On this video, I'm going to show you what engine braking is, and if you stick around, I'll show you how to stop the car without using your brakes. So right now I'm going downhill and I'm in second gear. I'm not pressing any pedals, just to show you exactly what the gear does. So the gear 2 is trying to slow the car down. I can feel it slowing the car down. If I was in neutral right now, the car would be going a lot faster. Now this is what's called engine braking. We're on the same road, going downhill again, and if I go into neutral, watch what's going to happen with the speed. So before it was controlling around 20 miles per hour, but if I go into neutral now, watch the speed start picking up straight away. So same road, but now it's going a lot faster because it's in neutral. Nothing's controlling the speed apart from now me braking, then I can control the speed. But if I come off the brake straight away, it starts picking up speed again. But if it was in gear, it would be a lot more controlled. Also, having your clutch down has the same effect as being in neutral. So like now it's in gear and my clutch is up and it's controlling the speed. If I put my clutch down all the way, see straight away again the car starts picking up speed because it's basically in neutral when your clutch is down. So whether you're in neutral or having your clutch down, it's going to have the same effect. Your car is not in gear at that point there. When you bring the clutch up and you're in gear, then the gear is engaged. But if your clutch is down, you're basically in neutral. So let me just show you exactly what neutral is. This is gear 1, which is used for moving off from a standstill. Gear 2, gear 2 is down there. Gear 3, gear 4, gear 5, and then you've got reverse. But neutral is in between 3 and 4, so right there. So to push it up, so to go into neutral, I will just push it up from the lower gears and that'll go into neutral. Yeah. And driving downhill in neutral is what's going to make you have no control or less control, because you're not going to have the car's engine, you're not going to have the gears slowing the car down. And for it to slow down properly, the lower gears work best for slowing it down. So gear 1 and gear 2 do a really good job of slowing the car down when you're going downhill. So let me show you first in gear 1 how effective it is at slowing the car down when you're going downhill, even without pressing the brake. Then I'll show you as well in the higher gears like gear 4 that it's not going to work as well. So right now going down this hill, if I go into first and then I bring the clutch up, I can feel already straight away the car being slowed down. And if I don't press anything, so going down this hill, you see the car speed is being controlled by gear 1. This is what's called engine braking. Yeah, gear 2 will do the same job, but not as well as gear 1. So even down the steep section, you see the car is not going that fast. It's picking up a bit of speed, but gear 1 is really trying to control how fast it goes. If I was in neutral right now, what's the difference? So if I put my clutch down, straight away the car picks up speed because gear 1 isn't controlling it anymore. So that was the really low gear, gear 1. Gear 2 can work the same way, but not as well. But the higher gears like 3 and 4 are not going to work that well in terms of slowing it down at slow speed. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So if I go into gear 4 and see there's no engine braking right now, it's going faster and faster and faster because gear 4 is a lot faster than gear 2 and 1. So it's not gonna slow the car down. But if I go into 1, show you the difference. If I go into 1 and bring the clutch up smoothly, you see, even downhill, the car has been slowed down by the gears and the engine. This is engine braking. So this is one of the main reasons why you want to avoid driving or pressing your clutch down for no reason. So like right now, if I was to put my clutch down, see the car's going to pick up speed very quickly, and because it's going downhill. And this is coasting. Coasting is when your clutch is down for no reason, or if you're driving for a long time in neutral. Sometimes you might find yourself with the clutch down by mistake. So let's say you find yourself with the clutch down and then you realize what you should do then is just brake gently and then bring the clutch up smoothly. That way the gear is engaged again and you have more control now and you can carry on. Avoid bringing the clutch up really fast. Let me show you what happens when you bring the clutch up really fast if you're coasting. So let's say you found yourself coasting by mistake down this hill and then your car's picking up speed. If you just bring the clutch up really fast like that, you see you get that jerk because the engine will try to slow you down, but it does it too quickly. It does it too aggressively. If you bring the clutch up like that and if someone's behind you, they could get a nasty shock because your car is going to slow down too fast. So instead, if you find yourself coasting, by mistake. This is coasting, by the way. Bring the clutch up smoothly, maybe adding a bit of braking in there as well. And then that way, it's going to be nice and controlled without aggressively slowing down. Don't confuse coasting with using the clutch when you need to, by the way, because some people are so scared of coasting that they end up not pressing the clutch when they need to. So like if I'm turning left at the end of this road, for instance, I'll need to press the clutch before I get to the end here, because if I don't, the car will stall or I'm going to end up driving into the road. So around here, I'll brake a bit and then clutch down all the way and then get into first. So this is not coasting. So like here, just using my brake is enough. I don't need to press the clutch for anything, so I'm not coming to a stop. I'm just slowing down a bit. So once you become really experienced, you can even stop the car without using the brakes, just using the engine braking alone. So I'm going to show you. Let's say you're in a situation where your brakes have failed, or let's say you're on a motorway and your brakes have failed and you've got to stop the car. You can bring the speed down just using your gears. So like now I can go into second. I'm not going to touch the brake at all. I'm going to use just the engine to slow the car down and come to a full stop. Yeah, I can go into first, and then this will slow the car down even more. And then once it's really slow, I can go into neutral. So I'm not going to touch the brake at all, and then it's going to come to a full stop. And then I can apply the brake. So you don't do this normally. You only do this if your brakes have failed, which is very rare, but it can happen. If your brakes have failed and you've got to use the engine to stop the car, that's how you do it. You go down the gears, because the lower gears naturally want to go slower and slow the car down. So you use those to bring the speed down. And if you're running out of space, you could even use the handbrake further down, but you don't want to be using the handbrake at high speeds because that's really dangerous. So instead, you can use the gears to bring your speed down. Really good week ahead. So some of you who've been here for a while already know this one. Yeah, this saying, really good week ahead. So red, green, white, and then amber. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you exactly how to do that. Okay, but well done, everyone. Yes,
brother, I have a question, please.
Yes, please.
This questions is said, yeah, left hand lane. That means the I saw the another one is hard on the hard shoulder. It's same thing, but why is the difference?
Okay, can anybody answer that? What's different between the left lane and the hard shoulder? When I had it in gear 5 and I was pressing on the gas, it was taking a long time for it to go faster. Yeah. But then when I dropped it to gear 4, it was much quicker. So now coming off, I'm joining this motorway. If I want lots of acceleration, I'll put my foot down into third, into fourth. So I get lots of acceleration this way in a short time. And then now I can go into fifth because I'm doing like 70 miles per hour.